Hello everyone, this is MJ and you are at my channel called Reading This Life. My channel is where we talk, are you ready? Are you ready? Fiction, friends, and fun. Today I've got the book haul of all book hauls, my last book haul of 2023 going into the Read What You Own challenge. Stay tuned. And remember, before we get started, please give me one of these and let's see if it shocks the algorithm into doing something, that'd be great. Hello, algorithm. Okay. So I have books and I also have a treat for you all. I have amassed a quantity of books from various sources, online, eBay, used bookstores, libraries, you name it. I've prepared for a lot of buddy reads and group reads. I've prepared myself getting some books that I really wanted to read. So I'm going to share those with you. And I've got some recommendations and some gifts from friends too. All right. You ready? You ready? You ready? Okay, let's go. I'm going to put on my specs so I can read the back of the books to you, because without that, I can't. All right, where are we going to start? Let's start here. Okay, this is a Blame It on BookTube, Blame It on Bookstagram. Mother Horror reviewed this, but prior to Mother Horror, it was Sam. I'll link her channel below. She talked about this book last year, but I always remembered it. This is A God in the Shed, and A God in the Shed is by J.F. Dubeau. Move over, true detective. This one is one of the most enthralling novels I've ever read in the last 10 years. Doesn't that sound lovely? In the quaint farm village of St. Ferdinand, an ancient evil lurks, threatening to destroy the town and its residents. Woo! Yeah, that sounds good. So that's A God in the Shed. There is a sequel to The God in the Shed, and I made sure that I picked it up because I'm not going to start a book in a series and not get the second book and not be able to get it from the library or buy it. I'm using my brain. I'm using my noggin. This is Song of the Sandman by the same author. Again, the same blurb is on the front. From a young age, Alice has been groomed to subdue a great evil. Who pays the toll should she fail? A phantasmagoric landscape where troubled teens, serial killers, sinister carnivals, and ancient beings collide. A haunting as it is brilliant. And that is Song of the Sandman, second follow-up to God in the Shed. All right, so we got those two. Okay, then I picked these two up for myself. This is Baxter. The book Baxter is never going to land on my eBay. Never. It's never going to happen at a cheap price. So I went in and I got Hellhound. And this is a reprint from Valancourt Books. And this is Barnes & Noble. Is it Valancourt? Did I just misspeak? Let me see. No, this is Quirk Books out of Philly. Yeah, Philly. This is a Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. They have this goofy sticker here because Grady Hendrix puts a little intro to the book. This is perfect for the Read What You Own challenge because it has 152 pages. It's perfect for book snacking. Hashtag snack size. And do you know about Hellhound? It's basically, well, I'll read it to you. There is never laughter in this house, only the dull sounds of age and weakness. God, it sounds like me. Not. But I am not weak. I have strength and resourcefulness, and that old woman probably never had. What are the possibilities of my strength? That is a thought I never had before. What if some morning, as the old woman stood at the head of the staircase where suddenly to feel a weight thrusting against the back of her legs? What if she were to lunge forward, grasping in the air, striking her thin skull against the edge of the stair? What would become of me if she were found on moving at the bottom of the stairway? Someone else would love me. as she has loved me. I'm certain of that. People have a great interest in love. They see it everywhere, probably even in me. Yeah, it's a dog that's naughty. Watson is not going anywhere near this book. All right, so that's those 3. Oh my God, I'm running out of space. Okay, then I picked up for myself. Last month, I read Alison Rumfitt, Tell Me I'm Worthless. Fantastic book. Absolutely fantastic. Picked up another Alison Rumfitt and her newest release, and that is Rainworms. Yeah, look at that cover. I'm sorry, y'all in the UK. This cover is way better. Yep. Sometimes you guys score on covers. This one, it's disgusting, and I love it. All right, so Brainwyrms by Alison Rumfitt. Let's see. I'll just read you a couple blurbs. Ooh, brutal and terrifyingly visceral. Brainworms will slither inside unsuspecting readers and lay eggs there. An infection that can never be cured. A book that refuses to be ignored. A gut-churning infestation. Rumfitt consistently has her finger on the societal pulse. Rumfitt is a master of disgust, twisting the horrors of transphobia into a hellish masterpiece, and you won't be able to look away. See, there's current themes in here too. Yeah, looking forward to reading this, maybe on some dark, dismal day. Yeah, Brainwyrms. Okay. Then I was getting ready for Criminali's Patreon. So he put out a list of books that we're going to be reading, and I'm like, well, better do it because can't buy them. Can't go to the library. So we've got Peter Straub, The Hellfire Club. This I picked up on the Zon. Relatively cheap, like $6 maybe. Let's see. Far and away the best book Peter Straub has ever done. The Hellfire Club moves like an express train. They are dying one by one. Wealthy, middle-aged women in an exclusive Connecticut suburb. Their murderer remains at large. Nora Chancel, wife of publishing scion Davy Chancel, fears she may be next. After all, her past has branded her a victim. So that sounds good. And I don't know if this has anything to do with the Hellfire Club, like the Hellfire Club, like, over in the UK. But that subject fascinates me. I love all of the ghost shows that go there and like explore and hear all kinds of shit and all that. Yeah, I love all that stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Then on eBay, I picked up a 4-pack. Do you know what 4-pack I picked up? It was a library, and they were selling this as a unit. And when this broke down, it was much cheaper than buying the book that I was going to get by itself, because by itself I think it was going for like $20, and I think I got this whole set for $20, which is like $5 a piece. I'll take it. So the book that is going to be in Criminali's Patreon at some point is going to be Summer of Night by Dan Simmons, and that's the cover, and this is like the cover that people want. Okay, let's see. Stephen King says, one of those rare must-read books. I am in awe of Dan Simmons. Outstandingly eerie and truly horrifying tale, a page-turner of the first order. In the summer of 1960, the 6th grade boys of Elm Haven, Illinois, are forging the powerful magical bonds that a lifetime of growth and loss will never erase. Amid the sun-drenched cornfields and the sly flirtations of the town's young girls, that loyalty will be tested. From the silent depths of the old central school, a hulking fortress tinged with the mahogany scent of coffins, and an invisible evil drifts outward, plunging Mike, Dwayne, Dale, Harlan, and Kevin into a war without boundary or mercy, where an eternal enemy owns the night. Yeah, sounds good. And then, in the pack, we got another Dan Simmons, and this is Children of Night. In a desolate orphanage, in what remains of post-communist Romania, a desperately ill infant is given the wrong blood transfusion. We know what's going to happen with that already. and flourishes when he's supposed to die. The discovery of this unique immune system may hold the key to the long-awaited cure for cancer and AIDS. For a dedicated American doctor, he promises the medical breakthrough of a lifetime, as well as a very special love he's never been able to find. It must be with a vampire chick, because that's all it could be, right? But he also conceals a shockingly intimate link to a clan of vampires and their legendary leader, the fiend the world calls Vlad Dracula, who for centuries has triumphed over centuries' rival tyrants, including death itself. Come on, Vlad was a good dictator too, wasn't he? Come on. Making fun of Vlad. Not everybody impaled people the right way. Come on. All right. Then we have, I know nothing of these books. They were just sold as a set, and I'm like, you know what? They're probably good. The covers look good. This is Lovedeath by Dan Simmons. Simmons writes like a hot rodding angel. I'm in awe of Dan Simmons. Stephen King again. Oh God. This sounds okay. So we have Stephen King blurb on the one side, Dean Koontz on the other. Dean Koontz says Dan Simmons is brilliant. I bet he is. Let's see. A father and daughter drive straight into a cosmic battle between love and laughter on one side and pain and death on the other. In the Asian flesh bazaars, a woman has the power to seduce both body and soul. A young Sioux on a vision quest must choose the right woman or watch his people die. A federal agent haunted by his failure to prevent a presidential assassination uncovers a dark secret that only a deviously potent mind drug can reveal. From the trenches of World War I, a celebrated soldier poet chronicles the terrors of this world and the transports of the next. Sounds interesting. There's a lot going on in this book. Okay, and then the last one that was in the quartet is Fires of Eden. Have you read any of these? Let me know in the comment section if you have. At first, only the wind is screaming. Guests are disappearing from the Mauna Pele, a luxurious resort for the mega-rich on the Kona coast of Hawaii. By overdeveloping paradise, billionaire Byron Trumbo has unwittingly reopened a centuries-old battle between Pele, goddess of volcanoes, and her immortal enemies. Giant beasts are spotted. Paying guests turn up dead and dismembered. Volcanic eruptions fill the sky with smoke and flame, while fast-moving lava flows dangerously close to the resort. Sounds good. Okay. So that's the quartet of Dan Simmons. Next, we've got 2 gifts from a lovely friend. We've got a Kestrel for a Knave. This is by Barry Hines. A masterpiece, it said. And this is snacky size 2 for the Read What You Own challenge. Gritty and moving. It has stuff that endures. This is by Barry Hines. I don't know Barry Hines. Looks like a coming-of-age story, perhaps. And then we have Jim Thompson, The Getaway. And this must be like crimey, I'm assuming. Doc McCoy may be the most skilled bank robber alive, but when he doesn't hit the mark for the first time in his long career, Doc realizes that the perfect robbery isn't complete without the perfect escape. Hence, The Getaway. Okay, so that's that. Then, for another group read is 6 Rooms by Gemma Amor. And I can't read you the back because there is no back. There are blurbs in the front. So I can't really tell you about it, but it's not really, I don't like the margins. Look at all that space. Okay, that's just me. All right, then I'm going to get to, this is the last, oh wait, one more recommendation. This was recommended by a new friend, and this is The Elementary Particles. And this is by, I'm going to butcher the name, Michel Houellebecq. I murdered that, but I will put it in the description box below. Brilliant, caustic, cosmic, and severe, The Elementary Particles is an unflinching look at modern world plagued by consumerism, materialism, and unchecked scientific experimentation. Sounds good. Different. And that's skin. Can you see it? Ooh, it's like goosebumpy skin. Yep, goosebumpy skin. Elementary Particles. Okay. Then this isn't the last book, but I bought this one for myself too. Because the holidays are coming up, and why not get some creepy stories? This is Christmas and Other Horrors, an anthology, and this is a winter solstice anthology with stories, including stories by Stephen Graham Jones, Alma Katsu, Cassandra Kah, Josh Mallerman, and Garth Nix. So there are a number of other authors in here. Ooh, the print is nice and big. I love that. Aging Eyes. There looks to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's 18 stories in here, which is nice. And they're all Christmassy themed. With a little horror twinge to it. So that'll be good. And then the last book that I bought myself during this prep is From Hell, Companion. So this is a companion to From Hell, the graphic novel that I have up here somewhere. I am very nervous to read this because I have heard from several people that you have to read it multiple times to get everything. And I thought this would be a nice way of learning about the process, how the book was made, as well as cluing in maybe some background story. So it's just a companion to that work. I've never read Alan Moore, and I am very nervous to start. He's one for me that seems to be very daunting, very complicated. I don't know if I'm ready for him. Like, I need to work out a little bit more to get my mind in an Alan Moore mode, if that makes sense. Before the challenge, I actually purchased Jerusalem. It was $9.99 on Kindle, and I said, you know what? I don't want that physical chunker hanging around. I would rather get it on my scribe so I can annotate and take notes. That's the way I'm going to do it. So I think that book is going to be a project that I'm going to have in mind. It's like 1,100 pages or something like that, and I'm pretty sure the only way that I'm going to be able to tackle it is to keep up a daily routine with like 10 pages a day. And we'll see how long it takes me. But yeah, I'm all down with metaphysical stuff if that's what's in there. I'm not sure. Let me know if you read Jerusalem in the past. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what I have to do to get ready for it. Okay, then you guys. So, my surprise is that I met up with another fellow booktuber, and we went book shopping together, and we played a little game where we would split off for 15 minutes, and we had to come back with 3 books, and one of those books had to be like a Christmas book. So, check the footage. Hello, my friends. So, I am off to meet a friend for lunch, and maybe do a little book shopping. So I thought I'd bring you along with me. So it's a beautiful day. It's a perfect autumn day. Light jacket, about 60 degrees. I don't know what that is in Celsius. But yeah, let's go have some fun. All right, you guys, so I just had lunch with a friend, and now we are gonna go book shopping. And maybe, just maybe, you might know my friend. Okay, so we're gonna do something for you all because it's the last book buying thing that we could do. So, ooh, sorry. Where's Flossie? Hi! Flossie's here with me, and we are going to shop for each other. We're gonna pick 3 books.
3 books.
We have 15 minutes, and then we're gonna lay them out, and then we're gonna pick what we want. So,
Yep.
Happy
Fun
read what you
times,
want.
fun times.
Okay, so I still have some time left. This is what I picked so far. I don't think she'd like that. I think it went overboard. She's up the front by the magazines. I think she's gonna die when I see all these. Okay, so that was super successful and we had fun. I'm going back in to get a drink. And, do you like my shirt? It's a good day to read a book. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. Flossie left and I had to go in and get that. What is it called? Caramel apple spice? It's just like a hot apple spice beverage, but my gosh, is it good. Okay, I'll check in with you guys when I get home. Let's go through all the books. Yeah, Flossie and I are actually we're friends in real life. We've known each other. We've known of each other for at least 10 years now, maybe. I think, maybe. If not 10, maybe 7, but it's been a minute. It's been a minute. And yeah, she's a lot of fun. So if you don't know Flossie, you need to go subscribe to her channel like now. Like her library is amazing. And I'm happy to say that I've actually been in her library. She is an awesome individual, honestly. And we just had a good time. We had lunch before and I told her, I said, we need to do this more often. Like, I don't get out much. Like, let's do it more often, girl. And she was like, yeah, it's a lot of fun. So make sure that you check out her channel. But we played the game and she gifted me with this. It was funny because as you saw in the video, we actually picked the same Christmas book for each other. So I read Truman Capote. Truman Capote has a Christmas memory. He has a Christmas book out there. And there's also a Thanksgiving story in there too. And those were included in the back of the Breakfast of Tiffany's copy that I have. But they had a nice, hardcover, small book edition of the Christmas story. And I had it in my hand for Flossie, and she had 2 in her hand, one for herself and one for me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, look at this. And then, whatever. So the book that she picked for me is Crave by Tracy Wolff. I've never read this, and this is a Barnes & Noble exclusive. And it says, take a bite. So there must be some type of like vampy monster, supernatural, something going on. But she loved it because of the coloring. Look at those edges. That is just like Dark Violet Dreams. Em, you watching? This is like made for you, girl. Yeah. So let's read the back and see what it's all about because I've never read. Okay. My whole world changed when I stepped inside the academy. Ooh, we doing dark to academia? I'm here for it. Nothing is right about this place or other students in it. Here I am, a mere mortal among gods or monsters. I can't decide which of these warring factions I belong to, if I belong at all. I only know the one thing that unifies them is their hatred of me. Then there's Jackson Vega, a vampire with deadly secrets who hasn't felt anything for 100 years. But there's something about him that calls to me, something broken in him that somehow fits with what's broken in me. Because Jason walled himself off for a reason, and now someone wants to wake a sleeping monster. And I'm wondering if I was brought here intentionally as the bait. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. That sounds delicious to me, doesn't it? And that is Crave by Tracy Wolff. And Flossie also gave me a little scarf. It's a little scarf bookmark to match. And that is true to the Grape Jelly Library and to Flossie's aesthetic for sure. Flossie was so sweet. At lunch, she gave me a book. And this was outside of what we did. Oh, look at that. Do you see that? Isn't that awesome? If you could tell. That is amazing. And can you guess what it is? It's a really cool edition of Frankenstein. That's what it is. So I told her I never read it, and definitely am going to read it. I do have a copy. I gave it a go last year, and it just look at that. Look at that art. It just didn't grip me. I was forcing myself to read it, and that wasn't a good thing. So during the challenge, I'm totally going to crush this. Thank you so much. He is amazing. So please make sure that you check out Flossie's channel. And then the heartbreak of it all. Prior to the challenge, prior to the Read What You Won't challenge, I ordered Fourth Wing and the Iron Flame. Now I ordered a collector edition of the Fourth Wing that had like two extra chapters and it had a different cover. And Amazon told me, because I ordered it like the third week of October, that it would be here on November 7th. Well, November 7th came and went, and I didn't get anything except a notice saying your delivery has been held up. What? Like one of the biggest YA books to be released this year, and you can't deliver? Like, I don't understand. So whatever. So luckily for Amazon, they were able to deliver to me the next day the Iron Flame, but I still don't have the first book. So I have the second book, but I don't have the first one. And there's also no estimated delivery date. So I can't read this until I read the other one. And I wanted to read the Fourth Wing in November. But look at the edging. It's delicious. Isn't that good? And it smells like dragon breath. It smells like flames and charcoal and death and sex. That's what it smells like. And that is the Iron Flame. Burn it down. So this is a group read over at my Discord, but I can't, not this one, the first one, but I can't read it until, because I don't have to. And it's not my fault. It's Amazon's fault. I need to stop shopping Amazon, bottom line. Lesson learned. If I would have went on Bookshop, I probably would have had it by now. Okay. That's my haul, everyone. That's everything. Whew, that felt good. All right. So I'm going to find places to put these books now because I'm running out of space. And I think some of these doodads have to come down because I need the shelf space, people. I need this space like now. So I'm going to play with my books this afternoon. I hope you are all doing well. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself so you can take care of others. And I will see you in my next video, whether that be sooner or later. So until next time, everyone, goodbye for now.